Hey everybody, it's Tristan here again. I'm back with another little video, and I'm going to tell you something today which I think more people, and I'm not just talking to educators specifically today, I think more people need to realize this. And a lot of us probably don't realize just what we contain in our brains and how we could use all of that knowledge, all of that experience to help other people. So today, what I want to talk to you about is sharing your knowledge, sharing your experiences, sharing your expertise, and some of the really simple ways that you can do this, because you might not realize it, but it is much easier to do this than you expect. So hi, my name is Tristan Heron. Thanks for joining us. I am a education, innovation, and growth specialist, and I am here to help you create future-ready classrooms that are future-focused so that the young people that we teach are going to be ready for a fantastically amazing, diverse, interesting, and engaging future as they move into a world that is going to be really different to the world that I live right now when I'm talking to you on this video. So today we're going to talk about knowledge. We're going to talk about expertise. We're going to talk about your experiences, because every single person in this world, the billions and billions of us that actually exist, we all have knowledge, we all have experiences, we all have skills, and all of this information is invaluable, all right? All of this information, all of these experiences, all of these skills can actually be the questions, the answers, those very inspirational moments that somebody else needs when they're doing something, when they're trying to achieve something, when they're learning something new. So in this video, I want to talk about how and why it is so important that you actually recognize that your knowledge is actually worth more than you might think it is. So I'm obviously here, okay, and I am filming this for you as I go on my little walk today. And I'm here doing this because I want to share my knowledge. I want to share my expertise with you. Obviously, in 2020, I started off my journey as the EdTech teacher, and my goal in 2020 was to create an environment where I was sharing my knowledge and my love of EdTech with other educators. Now, obviously, COVID happened unexpectedly, and all of that was kind of exacerbated and kind of, moved up in the timeline a bit faster than I thought I was going to actually follow. But from that, I really began to see the importance of getting out there and sharing this knowledge and this love and this interest with other educators and trying to persuade them and get other educators to understand that this is the future, making sure our young people are prepared to go out there and use technology in a way that has never been included and never been incorporated into our world as much before is so important. So this is why I'm here, okay? I'm here to help you. I am here to spread my knowledge. I am here to spread the practical realities of being a classroom teacher, because I've said it before, I am still in the classroom, okay? I am not one of these gurus who is out here telling you how to use educational technology who hasn't been in a classroom for 10 years, all right? I'm still in there 5 days a week, all right? I'm still teaching classes, doing all of my other jobs, and I'm doing this because it is part of my interest, it is part of my desire, my goals that I want to do with my particular career. But here I am with now Tristan Heron, and I'm sharing all of this with you, all right? And the reason why I'm sharing it with you is because I want to help you. My own personal mentor, Sarah Cordner, she actually says, and she said this multiple times since I've been part of her particular academy, is that, where was that person that you needed when you started? So I started my EdTech journey in 2012, and I didn't have the person, somebody who I could go and listen to, learn from, get ideas from, so that I could actually get out there and I could actually use EdTech. We had YouTube, but it wasn't definitely as detailed and kind of thriving as it is today. We had the internet, yes. But today we have much, much more access to people so that we can go out there and we can get those answers and we can actually thrive in our particular industry. So that's what I really want you to identify, that your knowledge is far more valuable than you think. You might be great with wellbeing. You might be great with some kind of sport coaching. You might be really good at focusing on a particular culture. Maybe you're focusing on Aboriginal culture. You're an Aboriginal education officer or something like that within your particular context. Maybe you have all of this knowledge and experience that you could use to help other people. You could help other educators. They might be pre-service teachers who are at university or college. You might be helping a beginning teacher in their first 5 years. You might be helping, an experienced teacher like myself. You might be helping a casual teacher. There are so many people out there that definitely need this support, and you might be the person they're looking for. So here's a couple of ways that you could actually get out there and start spreading your love and sharing your knowledge and expertise with other people without actually, spending any money at all. Okay, the first way is something as simple as creating a Facebook page. All right, so if you go over to Facebook, create yourself a Facebook page, get that set up, all right, that is probably one of the most simplest ways to do this. Now, there's lots of different things in here that I could talk about when it comes to a Facebook page, but we don't have time in this video. But what I would say is don't be like me. Start your particular Facebook page, your page, under your name, all right? I started my business and my goals under a business name because I thought that's what you needed. Don't do that, okay? Start under your name, all right? Later on, you can create logos, you can create branding, but start off just under your name and just let people know what you specialize in. A Facebook page is a really great way to get started. You might decide that you don't want a Facebook page and you want a Facebook group. Fantastic. That is another fantastic, simple, free way that you can get started with sharing your knowledge. Go out there and grab your Instagram handles. So that's that little, name of an Instagram page. Go out and grab a TikTok page and just record some small videos like this and pop it out there onto TikTok. So simple and absolutely free, okay? Or if you wanted to, you could go out there and you could start creating your own website, all right? My very first website, I did use a program called Wix, which I paid for, all right? I've also used things like Google Sites before, all right? I've talked about Google Sites. It is absolutely free to use if you have access to Google Workspace, all right? It is a great way to start putting your resources up there within your context, within your rules, within your code of conduct, etc., so that you can start sharing those with other people, okay? You might even get out there and if you have access to Facebook, okay, you might actually start creating and sharing some free webinars, some free workshops. You might get out there and start, doing something where you're actually sharing that knowledge through this particular means of video, right? You might create yourself a little podcast. You wouldn't believe how easy it is to actually create a podcast really simply by using your mobile phone, and you can get that out there in the world so that people can listen to that. All right. If you're looking for something a little bit more, maybe you want to actually go for something a bit bigger, you might go for something like Teachers Pay Teachers, all right? We have recently created our own Teachers Pay Teachers store here at Tristan Heron, all right? So it is out there now, and if you can find it, good job, because I haven't talked much about that just yet. But there's another way that you can get out there. You might share some worksheets or units, or you might share some different things that you have created so that you can actually spread that knowledge with other people. So there's so many different ways that you can actually spread this knowledge. There's so many really simple free methods that you can use. Or if you're looking for something a little bit more, you might look at something like Teachers Pay Teachers so that you can get out there and you can start sharing that and actually making this into your career. But what I really want you to remember is that your knowledge up here, your experiences, your expertise are so valuable, and you might have the answers that someone is looking for. So just remember, who or what were you looking for when you started, or when you started looking at something new, okay? Because they're looking for that particular person, they're looking for that particular resource right now, and you might be the person that they need to find. Well, that brings us to the end of this video today. But don't forget, if you like this video and you want to check out more from me, head over to our YouTube channel and check out everything that we have. So just head over to YouTube, just look for Tristan Heron and you'll be able to find us. While you're there, make sure you like, subscribe, because we'd love to make it to 1,000 subscribers. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us today. We hope you have taken in something about sharing your knowledge, because we'd love to see you sharing more with your friends and family. Until next time, everybody, bye.